hills. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
Hello, welcome back to another video. Okay, today me and Eric are in Cressington and we have come to we've come to check out the Pillbox, which was a Garston docked in the war. The World War II hexagonal Type 22 Pillbox. You can only really see it from the private promenade in Cressington Esplanade, what do you call it? Esplanade, whatever he calls it anyway. So, and it was one of my first YouTube videos, and it's a place that I used to sort of frequent quite a lot, not just to explore that, but along sort of the private promenade. Used to go treasure hunting there, used to find quite a lot of treasure that was tossed over the side. So I thought, you know, we'll come back. It's been a few years now since I've last been down here, and I say the video was one of my first YouTube videos. So high tide today is at 12 o'clock and it's currently 11:15, so we haven't got much time. The tide is actually coming in as I speak. So we've just come down today just to basically just have a little walk along the prom, because you can only really get to it if you jump over the prom at the end of the prom and just walk right along. If the tide does come in, yeah, you're pretty much in the shit. So yeah, so anyway, enough waffle. Come and join us along our journey along this beach, because apparently it used to be a private beach. I don't know how true that is, and we'll take you up to the World War II Pillbox at Garston docks. I've got wellies on.
Yeah, the tide's coming in.
Let's go. Huh? Hang on, it's not even tracking me. Yeah. I don't know, can't remember. I did, it said 12 o'clock. Okay, so regular viewers of the channel, if you've ever seen a video back lane, this is where the video started and ended. If you haven't seen that video, by all means go and check it out, but I will link it at the end of this video and I'll link it in the description as well, so you go check that one out. Right, so apparently it's high tide at 12 o'clock or 12:14. The tide is coming in quite swiftly now as we speak.
You didn't check the tide. I know you had to check the tide.
I did, honestly.
You just said, Eric, come and meet us here at such a time to suit your time.
I would not put you in any danger, Eric, you know that. You know.
Yeah. Just remember who goes first down all the fucking holes and everything.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot that one.
Yeah. Oh, that nasty smoke, you'll eat the breakfast on that one. When you were relaxed back in your legs.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Right, so what we're going to do, we're walking up from, I can't remember that road there, but it's the end of the prom anyway. We're going to walk up to the World War II Pillbox. Now I don't know much about the Pillbox, all I can tell you is it's a Type 22 hexagonal pillbox, and it was put here for an invasion prevention in World War II. So basically it was Garston docks.
So it's Type 22. I'm impressed with
Pretty
knowledge,
sure it's Type 22.
Type 22, I'm impressed with your knowledge totally.
Jealous, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm good that you got all this information at your fingertips.
So not only are we going to explore this little thing sort of midway when it goes to, now I'm going to try and say it correctly, Cressington Esplanade, which is pretty much a private promenade. Is it Esplanade? I can't. Who cares anyway? Basically, what you get when you come to that section is people tend to throw rubbish and belongings over the side in the hope that it just gets washed out to sea, never to be seen again. I've found rings, bracelets, all sorts up here. Laptops here last time, wasn't it, Eric?
Yeah.
Hard drives removed, laptops over the edge. So if you are going to throw anything over the edge, just be mindful that if the tide's out, in or out, it will not get washed out to sea. So yeah, as I say, one of my first YouTube videos, and I used to sort of frequent this place quite often, just doing a bit of mudlarking, treasure hunting sort of thing. And I always said I'd come back and sort of try and do maybe a better video on it or something like that. But you know, just today, as I thought, let's go down here and pay the old girl a visit and see how she's getting on. Do it justice, hopefully, anyway. So what we're going to do, I think we're reaching the halfway point now, is let's have a look. Yeah, it's about the halfway point when it turns around. I should be able to see it. Yeah, it's halfway point. So yeah, this is the halfway point. This is where the prom sort of bends, and now it forms Cressington whatever you call it. Esplanade, as Eric said. I just call it Esplanade, I don't know, whatever. Google it, I can't be asked. So yeah, it's around about this point where you sort of start seeing little sort of bits of jewellery and, you know, sort of pottery washed up and bottles, and so let's see what we can find. So what we'll probably do, just head straight for the Pillbox, and on the way back we'll try and find some treasure. But as you can see though, it's sort of natural red sand. Apparently at one time, I don't know how true it is, this used to be a private beach. There's no pictures of it. I don't know if it was just sort of like a myth, but yeah, oh yeah, what have we got here? Here we go. Straight off, we've got something here. There's something there as well. There we go. Hey, someone's friggin'.
Jewellery box.
Jewellery box, isn't it?
Hang on, you've just walked past me over there.
Oh, Jesus. What we'll do is we'll leave it here and come back for that.
I don't know why she's looking at any of you. You shared it with me last time. You kept it all to yourself.
So, as I mentioned, there's a little bit of treasure. We're not sure if that's gold or if it's plastic, but...
Remember, right when we came here, you were driving a crappy old Skoda.
Yeah, still driving that.
2 weeks later, after we found bits and bobs, you had a like nice new car.
Yeah. I know, yeah. Turbo charge and everything.
He said the gold, it wasn't even gold.
Right, so we'll leave that there and we'll come back for that. So what usually happens, which I think is what usually happens, is well, I think possibly if someone breaks up with someone's marriage is over or relationship, I think they sort of come down here and they just toss all the rings and jewellery and belongings over the edge. But as I say, it doesn't get washed away. If the tide's in and people, you know, throw it over the side, it doesn't get washed away. It just sinks here. Someone's been here today already anyway. Yeah. There's paw prints.
To be fair, if you're gonna do something like that, just don't pawn it. Get the money off it and have a fucking good night out.
No, some people just want rid, don't they?
Yeah.
So we're just approaching the Pillbox now. Now you can only really see this Pillbox. Hey, hasn't it been bricked up since?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. What was I saying then? Can't remember.
People were just getting rid.
Oh, I said something else, can't remember. Anyway, so what we've got, or where we are, is we've got the tide coming in. We've got Garston docks and Liverpool airport, or Liverpool John Lennon airport. What?
That's coming in pretty fast.
Do you think?
Yeah, I'm watching the line.
Well, when it comes in, you haven't got wellies on, have you? Oh, look at here. This could be a quick one, folks. The tide. The tide.
I'm heading back to dry land.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. God,
You think? You leaving me? Oh, board off. Right, okay, I'm going to make this pretty quick. As Eric has just said, the tide is coming in quite quick. So I think I've got at least not long before the tide comes in. I mean, when it does come in, it doesn't really come up really high. But I did check tide times and it did say that high tide was 12:15, so I mean, I possibly haven't got long left, but anyway, let's get into this pillbox. So as I was saying, it is a Type 22 hexagonal pillbox, built in preparation for invasion in World War II. As you can see, it still has the original barbed wire around it, original, oops, slip here, original fence. And can I get in here? That's the question. Yeah, looking at that, I don't think I've got long left. Where's my torch? Whew. Let's get in. Anyone home? Let's get in here. Sliding backwards. Hello, anyone home, boy? Right, so what you've got is I think that was a blast wall which sort of covered the front, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of where the machine gunner would have been looking out. So as you can see, looks right out onto the Mersey. So it would have covered all sides of the dock area long before this fence was put in. There's not much in it really, quite thick as you can see, to withstand bullets and stuff like that. Usually it's a layer of concrete and a layer of brick. I think it's just all brick, to be honest with you. A little layer of concrete, as you can see. So yeah, I need to keep an eye on this tide. So I'm just going to take you around the outside, and I'm going to scarf it before this tide comes in. Let's try and get up without getting muddy. Oh, it's probably the least of my worries at the moment. But anyway, let's get that torch in here. Oh, shit, that's coming in fast. That is coming in fast. I need to go. I need to go. I need to go. ASAP. I need to go. Shit. Didn't realise how fucking quick that was going to come in. Woo. Oh dear. Oh dear. I need to get through this quick. Well, looks like the treasure's gone anyway. This is going to come in a minute. I can just feel it now. Just going over the welly. Oh dear, this was a bad idea. This was a bad idea. Oh. This is coming in fast, real fast. I must have run a little bit, I think. Oh, bloody hell, I'm soaked. All right, let's go. Let's go. Whew. Bloody hell. Whoa. Oh, right. It's coming in. I think. Oh, bloody hell. Right. I need to. Bloody hell. Hello?
Hello, get out, mate.
I'm getting out now. It's fuck. I should be alright. No, I'm walking down.
I know you won't get back this way, mate.
I will. I'm walking back now. Alright. It's alright, I'll put my phone down. Coming. See you in a minute. Oh, bad idea. It's coming in pretty fast, as you can see. I'll give it another 10 minutes and this will be up here. It's already going over my wellies. Quick breather. Bloody hell. I haven't run that fast in years. Like this is nearly coming over this brick. Bloody hell.
In the video, make sure you get in what I said about did you really check the tide?
Honestly, go on,
I had a look myself.
12:14 was it? High tide. And that's not even fully in yet, is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to come up to that road.
I know.
That's the thing people don't realise. When you say the tide's coming in, you've got to come here when it says bang on low tide, I think.
I know, yeah.
You can't come here when you expect high tide.
When you expect the tide.
You remember low tide and then all of a sudden I want to go back, look, the tide's coming back in then. So it's going out. it's low tide, then when
I knew tide's coming fast, but bloody hell, mate, I blinked and it was like, shit, there's the water on the bloody wall's edge. Did you? I just ran, oh mate.
Yeah, there's about that far away from a fucking big boulder.
So Eric seen sense, and as you seen in the video, Eric jumped ship quite early.
I didn't jump ship, I told you to come back.
Well, he told me to come back.
No, I've got wellies, I'm fine.
But
Okay.
yeah, never doing that again. Just next time we do it,
Yeah, but
it's got to be low tide.
You're ringing you and everything.
I know. Excuse the coughing, I'm still a bit.
I'm planning to come round and get you stuck on a pillow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're going to head up to the private promenade, and we're just going to see how high the water is there as well, because it looks high here, which it is, but it's higher up there. So we're just going to take a drive around there now and see what it's like. Right, so we're on the private promenade in Cressington, and as you can see, so that's where I've just walked across, and that's what it is now. So it's pretty much high tide. That is probably waist height, over waist height, so I wouldn't really like to be stuck in that. Like, see the pillbox just in the distance there, just about. Hello, welcome back to part 2, if you want to call it. Right, well anyway, I just felt through the day that it was a little bit rushed, and yeah, I did get the tide time sort of mixed up. We had about 15 minutes to get there and back to the pillbox, and the tide was sort of still in, so I just thought, you know what, I'll come down today. It is currently 11 o'clock, it's low tide as you can see, and high tide is at 3:15. So I'm just going to take another walk along. I'm just going to sort of like, you know, because my camera was a bit weird as well, the camera angle was sort of like dangling and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm just going to go up, take another walk along, and sort of show you it in sort of better detail, should we say. So yeah, so come and join me as I jump back in to the River Mersey. Right, so one thing I did notice the other day while I was here is a set of, did these fold out? Looks like they sort of pull out and they come out. I may be wrong, but anyway. Right, so as you can see, tide is quite low. Got plenty of time to get back. I'd say the other day when we were here, it was pretty much up to here, so yeah, there's some light showers as well. Oh. Make sure I've got everything secure. Yeah. So where we are is, well, where I've parked the car is Beechwood Road South, which is just there, and this is the very end of the promenade. There's private houses there with some rather nice gardens. Let's get down without slipping. Nice coffee table. No need for the welly gogs today. Got the old carry-mores on. Although this part is a little bit slippy. So I was going to go out further to the mud, but I just thought, nah. So what we've got here is some private houses just up here, and some really nice gardens. So yeah, when I was down here the other day, I just felt like, because I had the camera on the head and it was a little bit rushed, and yeah, it was well rushed. I'm not going to lie, I actually thought we had more time, but I just thought the video sort of, it was okay, you know. It was people were saying, oh, you know, it's a little bit dramatic there, you know, look at you only had inches of water, but in some parts when this tide comes in, some parts seem to sort of fill quicker than others. So sort of further on down to the pillbox, when I first got out, it was filling up quite quickly, and then you got to like sort of here, which is near the end, which is where I've jumped in, and it doesn't seem to, you know, fill up quite quick. But then if you go round the bend there, you can see the green is where the water comes up to. So, you know, another 10 minutes or so and I probably would have been in the shite like. Right, so we're just coming up to Back Lane, and like as I mentioned, if you haven't seen a video on that, I will link it in the description and also link it at the end of the video. So yeah, basically go and check that one out. What I'll do is I won't go and have a look up there now. I'll have a little nosy when I come back and do me stuff and come back. But you do find quite a lot of treasure sort of along here. Yeah, as I'd say, today there's some light showers, so hopefully we won't get a full-on downpour. But look at this. Complete and utter silence. Right, so we're going to make my way towards Garston docks, and we're going to see what treasure we can find as well. Someone also did mention to me that whatever I find in here belongs to, I can't remember what they said now, the sea, the treasury, I don't know, Jesus Christ, who knows. It's just spitting a little tiny bit, so get further out in these rocks here. Yeah, you generally don't find much here. It tends to be further on down. I'm going to try and say this properly. Cressington esplanade, that's what Eric said. That's where you find the most treasure and the most items chucked over the edge for some reason. Just get a little bit further out. So there's sort of a halfway point, as I call it, and it sort of bends around and then heads down to the pillbox. So you can see the sand starting to change. I think what it was, I had my head camera on the other day and I was just constantly looking down at the floor for treasure, so that's why sort of most of the footage started off with the camera pointing at the floor. So obviously today I'm recording on 2 cameras now. Head camera, not on my head no more. I wonder if anyone's been here today. Usually you do see some footprints. Can't see any yet, but usually I think it's someone brings a dog here for a walk. Just look at that. Right, we've reached the halfway point. This is the stretch now down to the pillbox, and I think it was around about here where Eric sort of turned around and went back. I should have followed him, to be honest with you, but you know, I didn't think I'd come into that much trouble, to be honest with you. So the treasure that I left here the other day, I'm going to see if I can find it. I think I did briefly see it as I was trying to get through all this the other day. But yeah, there's all sorts down here. All sorts. I've seen a... No, I thought I'd seen a ring there. It looks like something's been tossed over there of late. I think that was part of what I found the other day. Some weed maybe. There's some more there. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice bit of whatever. It's probably a lot of junk like, but what we'll do anyway, we'll head towards the pillbox, and as we're coming back, we'll search for some treasure. Right, so I think this was the point where Eric left me, because that was what I left the other day on these rocks. It's probably the rest of it as well. So as you can see, that this was on that rock the other day, and as the tides come in, you're talking about 4 days now since I was last down here. It's sort of still here. So again, whatever you're going to toss off the side to dispose of, just be aware that it doesn't actually float out into the Mersey. It literally just gets stuck sort of there. So I see someone with a Viz jacket up here. There's a lot of work getting done on these streets up here, so maybe someone's taking a break. So yeah, I think it was round about here, or just there, when Eric turned around and I carried on up. Not too bad underfoot, like. Just trying to keep the camera straight and look out for treasure. What's this here? There's a random lock. Right, we're just approaching Pillbox, and someone's up here. Now they're looking over on the phone or taking photos. What's that there? I'll have to take measure. All right, mate. What's that? I don't know what that is. It says 21 underneath it. Little tiny bottle. I don't know what it says though. Whew. Just leave it there for now. Right, so we are on the edge of Garston docks and some sort of drain which I've never been in, and I don't really want to go in, to be honest with you, because it stinks. Right, so there's the pillbox. Now, as I say, I'm no expert on these things, but I do know it's a Type 22, and it was built in preparation for an invasion in World War II. So as you can see, looking out, it was to protect Garston docks in World War II. That mud there, you would not want to get stuck in there. I think that chap was on the phone. I thought he was taking photographs of the wildlife. Another random tape measure. It's pretty interesting, and you could spend literally, you could spend a lifetime here trying to search for things. There's always something that I find when I come down here. Always. There's never a trip where I've been down here which I found nothing. There's always you know, always something to find. Right, so we're gonna take a little look now at this World War II. Hello, there's me in the shadows. So one thing I can tell you about these pillboxes is that when they were getting built, there was no subcontractor involved. It was all just local people and soldiers. And yeah, as I say, it was built to warn off any invasion from Hitler and his cronies. And incidentally, that the first bomb to land in the Liverpool raids was actually Garston. Garston was bombed first in the war.
The intended target for that bomb was here, Garston docks. In those days, it was a hive of industry, a key link in the chain of the domestic war effort. Over the 7 nights that followed, Garston would get off lightly, but all along the Mersey, bombs fell like rain, and Liverpool and Bootle would be devastated by the might of the German Luftwaffe.
So I'm going to take a walk up here now. I'm going to get back inside. I'm going to show you a bit of a detailed look at inside the pillbox. Right, so here we go. The entrance to the pillbox is normally quite low, and as I say, you can stand up inside it and that. So yeah, hexagonal shape, Type 22. There is more designs around Britain still to this day. I think the one in Clark's Gardens is possibly a Type 22. I'm not too sure, but you know, this one is pretty much untouched. And as you can see, the lovely, you know, sort of lookout windows, if you want to call them, concrete reinforced enough to take quite a few shells and stuff like that. So yeah, let's pop inside. Torch on. Every time I come here, it seems to be a bit more stacked up in mud. At one point, you could literally just fall into this place. Oh. Anyone home? Before I come in? Bloody hell. Whew. Right, so this place, really, it's no secret. There's been people here in the past. On one of my previous videos, you know, people said they used to come here and smoke weed and stuff, and, you know, just do general things like. So there's some graffiti on the ceiling, which is not from the war, I don't think. You know, you've got stuff like "in excess." I mean, that must be old. Yeah, so the other day, you know, as I was looking out there, it did suddenly dawn on me that it was a sort of quick get out. You know, say in some parts it didn't look much, but you know, when this Mersey comes in, it comes in, and I'm telling you, it's fast. It just takes over. You blink, and it's in. So what I was saying the other day was, I think these pillboxes had, I don't know if that was support. I don't think it was. They usually have blast walls near the entrance. So there's the entrance there, I've just got in, and then there's like a blast wall. But it seems a bit sort of in the middle to be a blast wall. Because if you were standing here, say, which is right now, you know, right next to the entrance, you would probably get, you know, sort of something if there was a blast. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 lookout windows or posts. As I say, the machine gunners or the machine gunner used to just stand here for hours on end and just basically look out as I'm doing now. And fend off any invasion or attack. I mean, there's ones with a gun on the top of it. This is just a, you know, a stand-up one sort of thing, if you want to call it that. There's no actual gun emplacement on it. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And you know, Liverpool's history is sometimes forgotten about. And I know this isn't sort of overly, you know, accessible. So, you know, it's probably, they probably just thought, you know, the council or whatever, just leave it where it is. There's no need for us to sort of, you know, do anything with it. In terms of rubbish on the floor, you got an old wheel or a tyre, a couple of bits of wood. I presume that's people have been sort of, you know, sat in here and doing whatever. Can't see any evidence of any needles. So I think some, you know, people just come down here just to chill out and stuff like that. We've got here, looks like something from, what's that? Something from the docks maybe, or I don't know what that means. It looks Islamic right maybe, I don't know. You got a random cone in here as well. As I say, you know, in the war that fence wasn't there, that was probably just open land and that, so yeah, pretty cool. So this is the Type 22 pillbox that lies on the end of Garston docks. Some years old this now. So what was the war? 1940 was it? So yeah, you do the maths. Well, you got some nice spiders here as well. Spider sacks. Gotta love a good spider sack, haven't you? Can you imagine though, you know, just standing here for God knows how many hours on end, just looking out to sea. There's no sitting involved. Didn't get a chance to sit. It was just all, you know, standing and waiting. I mean, this thing is pretty reinforced anyway, so, you know, we can take heavy machine gun fire. In terms of rockets and stuff, I don't think it's gonna, you know, I don't think it'll last that, but it's pretty thick concrete, and then you've got like a layer of brick and then concrete and stuff like that. So I haven't got my tape measure, although I should have picked that one up there and measured exactly how thick it is. But yeah, just look at that. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Rightio, so I'm going to make my way out now. All chill this time, no rush, and I'm going to take you back along, see if we can find some treasure. Right, let's see what we can find then. Goodbye for now. I think it's weather's changed now, decent enough to get the drone out, I think. No, I can't find nothing just yet. Do you know what I've done as well? What I think I've done is when I've got out the car. Oh no, I haven't. Oh, I thought then for a minute, hang on. Thought I'd left my wallet in the car then on show. Ooh. There's that tape measure. Oh. I'm assuming it's broke. Yeah, I'll drone up in a minute. Some people up top there taking photographs, assuming of the wildlife that was there. Well, I can't see a great deal today, and in all honesty, the stuff that I found the other day is probably tat. It just doesn't have that feel to it, if that makes sense. Quite a lot of high-vis people up there, keep looking over. I think there's just workies on the dinner. So what I might do, if it's true, if it actually belongs to whoever, take it back to car, properly give it a proper look at, and then toss it back into the Mersey. Yeah. So I say that's sat here from the other day. So I don't know if there's any value in it, but I'm sure we'll find out. Yeah, there's another one. Another one. Presumably that's from the other day. I'll take it up anyway and have a look. Alright lads. Want to buy any jewellery? Always come down here, find loads. I don't know if it's gold or shape, but always come down here. You can have it if you want. I come down here all the time, so I've... You ready?
Oh, looks like all costumes.
Looks like shite, doesn't it? But I've found some good stuff down here, like over the years. It did the other day. No, there's the way out now, you know, end of the prom. Yeah. Get in out there, like. But I come down here the other day and the tide was literally in, and I carried on the fucking tide coming. I was like, get out. But yeah, it's high tide today, 3:15, so I'm just going to walk back and I'll get some drone shots and bugger off. Cheers lads, see you later. You can have it. It's probably all crap, as he said, costume stuff and that, but you never know. Right, let's what treasure lies in back lane. Football. Plastic, 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 plastic. I'm not going to bother going up there. Someone's cool box. Oh, there's a rat. First time I've seen a rat in back lane. Where did he go? Oh. He went down that hole. Oh. Yeah, just full of the usual driftwood, plastic and bits and bobs. Oh. There you have it, the World War II pillbox on Garston docks. Just before I do go, how lovely are them gardens. These are private houses up here. I should imagine, I think, the tide, possibly at its highest, comes up to about here. I'd say 1, 2, 3 bricks high maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm not expert on tides, yeah, as you've seen in the previous video, like. Righty-ho, so that was a little look, or a proper look, at the World War II pillbox at the edge of Garston docks. As I say, the other day, the video was a bit rushed. I've gone home, I've looked at the footage and I thought, no, I could come back and just do a bit more sort of relaxed footage, as we say, as the tide's out. And as you can see, the tide's well out. The other day, as I say, it was sort of nearly by this wall here. So yeah, I've got 3 or 4 hours left before the tide comes in, but I'm done. I've had a look up back lane, usual crap there, plastic bottles and all that stuff. I've had a look down the esplanade. Oh, I can't even say it. I can't even say it. Esplanade, whatever you call it. The private promenade. Usual stuff from the other day. What I left was tat. I think I'd give it to some fella, as you can see. So yeah. In terms of the channel and what's coming up next, there's tons of stuff coming. It's just sort of like getting time to do it. Lots of stuff you haven't seen before. Eric's not with me today. I've just come down here just for a few hours, just while he was busy, and just to get a bit of extra footage really. So yeah, but as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. The tide is coming in pretty fast. I had to jump ship there. If I stayed about another 5 minutes in that pillbox, all this would have been all consumed by water. As you can see by the look on my face, I am nearly completely out of breath. Eric just rang, as you heard, and said wait there, they'll come pick me up, but I was already committed. Oh my god. I have never ran that fast in bloody ages. So as I say, what you've just seen there is a Type 22 hexagonal pillbox built in the war, Second World War, in preparation for invasion from Hitler and his cronies. By all means, go and Google it for a better look. I'm completely out of breath, so I'm going to wrap today's video up, and I'm going to say cheers for watching as always, and I'll catch you in the next video.